washed away my sins. You washed away.
You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, theys, and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host, Hunter, as my plot to continue to make Bradley actually watch fucking trailers before he goes to the theater continues to develop and work. I've got, pardon me, I just finished a film interview. So my day, I watched a screener. Literally just got off of a Zoom call with the director and stars of said screener. I'll have a review up for that next week on Valentine's Day for its film called One Night in Tokyo. Yeah, busy over here at Real Pineapple Studios. But hello, your humble host Hunter here, joined by Canada's favorite son, Bradley. Bradley, how are you, sir?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good. It's cold everywhere, huh?
Dude, it is like I'm rocking here. I'm rocking the very black jacket and the Angela Davis shirt tonight because Black History Month and all. But yeah, it's fucking cold over here where I'm at. Definitely not telling people where I'm at now with as much shit as I'm talking about this administration. Can't have these Fox News people coming over Real Pineapple Studios. Y'all stay away. All right. But by the way, we stay strapped over here, so you so just keep that in mind. But yeah. Oh God, what is happening in the world? God, it's only February too. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm not gonna go off on a whole Trump rant. Not tonight, at least. We'll save that for the Falcon Winter Soldier review that we do on Friday. But yeah, we've got a review. Gonna break down thanks, Soup Party. Yeah, so it's yeah, Soup Party. So yeah, the thing, it's ladies, gentlemen, theys, and gays, which I admittedly stole from, I think it's season 2 of Harley Quinn. I think it's season 2 where she said that for the first time. And I was like, I like that. I was like, I'm gonna just incorporate that. We don't need to talk about what sort of guns I have. Just know that we're protected over here. Malcolm didn't talk about what he had, but you knew Malcolm was strapped. Hence the hat. But yeah. So Canada. Before we get to the trailer, man, how are you, man?
Good. Yeah, it's just very cold. It's doing things to my hair.
I'll say the hair looks good. Yeah, that's the thing. You have black hair being such a white dude. It's quite fascinating. the hair always looks. You have that that White Goodman shit down, like from Dodgeball. Like the hair looks fluffy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're a much better person than he is, but the hair always looks good.
Well, all right.
I mean, that's a low bar. I'm saying you're better than the villain from Dodgeball, but you are. But yeah, good day.
It's all right. It's just. It's like negative 13 here, man. I don't know what that is in your metric system.
Wait, what?
But I have centralized heating, but I can't go outside.
That's horrendous. So you told me the other night that you were walking your dog in the snow, which I'm always just like, I don't know how you do that shit, man. Like,
well, when the dog's got to go, man, you got to just toughen up.
But that's it. I mean, but you're not going out like you're bundling up when you go
No,
out.
my
Right?
trifling ass will go out in this short sleeve
You
shirt and
are
be like, it's
you are
cold out here.
insane.
I live in
What?
Canada.
Why? Like what?
I mean, I got a jacket. I'll throw a jacket on. I don't know.
That is so. I'm not gonna lie, man. If I have to, so it's like 40 here, which like 40's not bad, but the wind chill, that's what always gets my ass. The wind chill is where I'm just like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, if it's windy, you got to wear the scarf, the hat, the earmuffs, the winter coat.
Yeah, I have one
winter
of those
pants, the boots. You know what? Sometimes I'm like, all right, just shit on the floor, Georgie. It's
well, yeah, just
it's
like
cold.
Yeah, it's like
it's gonna
that's
cause you bodily harm if we go out now.
So okay, Soup Party is saying if there's really a bong on your desk, you should take a rip on stream. I've done that more times than I can count.
I don't have any bongs on my desk.
Yeah, I can't.
There's a cat just chilling out, though, to finish the cold story. Just a cat we call Mustache that comes by our house every once in a while. I think she belongs to one of the houses around here. But she was just on my car that I just drove, like going like, meow, meow. And I'm like, we got to bring this cat inside. I'm not about to like have a dead cat in our yard because we neglected or someone neglected there. So yeah, we just have a cat in a kennel in the living room right now with a blanket and some food and water. I hope it doesn't attach. I'm worried about that a lot, but because we have all the kids.
So oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. So real quick, as far as the Soup Party saying, I'd super chat if I did a bong rip on stream. We're doing a stream on Friday, so I Scout's honor. I
you
will make
may.
Sure that here's the thing though, too.
Do the rip.
This is the one time I actually don't have a bong or my pipe or my pin anywhere in the office because I've been bouncing around. So, okay, quick story time. So my mom, who I'm going to be doing the stream with later this month, reviewing Malcolm X. Shout out to my mother. But she got us a new cat tower. But this is like a nice at like this is oh yeah, man, the animations of the cats there look like my cats. The black one is Samuel L. Katzen and the orange one is Milo. Milo stays out in the living room primarily, and then Katzen stays over on this side of the house. But it's one of those fancy ass cat towers. Like it's like a $300 cat tower that she found on like clearance. And so it's got like 2 hammocks and like 2 like spots for the cats to like lay down in. It's all those things. But I've been jumping back and forth because it's been snowing and raining and windy, and it freaks the cats out sometimes. And so I've been basically bouncing back and forth between both sections of the house, like kind of keeping them company. So like my all my weed shit is kind of just spread throughout the house right now. So like my bongs are in my office or in the bedroom, and then I have like another bong out in the living room, but neither are in my office, unfortunately, and my pin isn't charged. So I actually haven't smoked today, which is weird. And that will be changed after we're done the stream. So that's why I'm not doing a rip right now. With that said, I don't think I've got anything I actually want to talk about. Oh yeah, no, I lied. I do. I'm gonna have Canada on Saturday. Yeah, you're getting a double dose of Canada this weekend because he's on for Falcon the Winter Soldier on Friday, and then Saturday I will finally be doing my best of. Because I always say Super Bowl Sunday is kind of the cutoff for
that's a good cutoff date, actually.
Yeah, dude. The way the world is right now, I'm gonna be smoking probably more than ever before this year. like weed is keeping me motivated.
The Super Bowl was even happening at all.
So yeah. So here's the thing. The Super Bowl, I don't care. I'm gonna be real, man. Like, so here's where I'm torn, because I hate Tom Brady. I can't stand the motherfucker. If I met him, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. You know
What if you
fucking, I
said?
don't
What if you
care.
met him and before you could get out what you want to say, he was all like, "Oh, hey man, you want to come party with us?" Like, would you wait till after the yacht party, or
you okay? So let's pretend you're Tom.
because you don't have to talk to him to be on his yacht, you know?
So let's pretend you're Tom Brady. So ask me that.
Okay. I'm Tom Brady. Want to come party on my yacht?
It's just
let me
there.
text an angry thing to my ex-wife who gaslit me into quitting.
That's what my retort would be. Is Giselle going to be there? Like, that was literally. Because I'd be like, I'm trying to shoot that shot. She's single, right? But I'll be real. I just don't know. Like, I'm not good at being fake, man. Like, I'm just realizing that the older I get, like, if I don't want to be around you, like, I'm not gonna like fake it and be like, oh yeah, like,
yeah, I get
it's
that.
Like, no, like, if so,
I
yeah,
would not party with Tom Brady. Yeah, I don't have a bong on my desk. I don't drink. Maybe once a month, maybe, and that's a big if. Like, what reason do I have to, other than like I might have something on the Super Bowl, but then maybe not because I might forget it's on. Like, we haven't seen a game like this in, like, I love how the NFL is like desperate to sell it. We haven't seen a Super Bowl like this in 2 years. They're leaning so hard into the Kendrick at halftime, everybody. Maybe he'll like clown Drake in front of the whole world.
That is,
and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna watch that.
That's literally all I care about. I could literally not care less about the game. I am hyped for that halftime show.
The worst thing about that happening is, Trump on Monday will be like, "We humiliated Canada," and then people will be like, "How did you do that?" And then he'll just play the halftime show, and then Canada will have to be like, "Damn, he's got us." Can we disavow Drake completely now? We don't play his music at our Targets because we don't have Targets in Canada, but.
Well, Drake is in fucking like Australia right now doing shows.
What's he doing there?
I have no
idea. You can't hide from this, man. You can't. Dude,
Kendrick's influence is like that Nosferatu hand. It's just like it's fucking everywhere. like you can run, motherfucker, but you can't hide. I
don't want to face this. You will obey.
Like. So I will say I did a whole thing about the Grammys, which is up on the channel now, by the way. But Kendrick going 5 for 5 for a song where he calls Drake a pedophile is just the funniest goddamn thing in the world. Furthermore, Drake has 5 Grammys to his name for his entire career. Kendrick won 5 off this one song in which he called you pedophile. Like, it's just the optics are just, it's amazing. It's so amazing. So okay, I have not done a review for Wicked yet proper. I'm waiting to review that with Alea. We'll probably review that next week, probably. It's a good movie. That's a part 1. That's what it is. Like, it's a salt. Like, I'd probably go B, maybe B minus even. But like, I know people who are just like, oh my god, Hunter, like, you've never seen a musical like this. I'm like, I've seen Phantom.
We have, yeah. Actually.
Like, I've seen Hamilton. Like, I've seen Lion King. I've seen Wicked on Broadway.
In the Heights
like,
director, y'all slept on In the Heights. It's kind of
which
very similarly,
which still bothers me, by the way, because I've really enjoyed In the Heights. But but I think a B is fair. Like I think a B or B minus is fair. Like, but man, I got my friend Destiny, shout out to Destiny, love you girl. But she is like obsessed with it. Like, she is like that is like that's her Black Panther. She is like like that shit is the bee's knees for. And you know me, man, like, unless something really pisses me off, like, unless it's like Rebel Moon or some shit, like, I'm not gonna shit on stuff people enjoy. It's like, fair enough. Like, this, this hits for you, awesome. But yeah, it's good. It's a good film. I don't think You know what's so funny is I can't even say it doesn't deserve its Oscar nominations when Amelia Perez has fucking 14 up. Like I can't even say that doesn't really deserve it because like it's like it's just it is what it is. But I digress. So but what we are here to talk about tonight is not Fan Four Stick. That's the other one. We're talking about Fantastic Four, First Steps, which is directed by Matt Shakeman. Yeah, we'll go Shakeman. Who of course
I don't know. No idea. I thought it was John Watts. Did that change?
No, John Watts is doing.
When did that change?
Dude, I don't think you're gonna see John Watts in Marvel
for First Steps.
Yeah, dude. After that fucking Wolves movie.
Oh, Wolves. That's right.
Yeah, which is ass, by the way.
Okay, Matt Sheckman. I'm just going to take a look at his
he did
filmography.
He did your favorite MCU show.
WandaVision is my favorite MCU show. Actually.
Can we get the music? Can we
get the WandaVision, yay!
Nailed it. He did WandaVision. So I mean,
so there you go. He's got the aesthetic. That's why the aesthetic looked kind of
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my first point is the fact that the aesthetic I think is fucking nailed. So during lockdown, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of pissed off about this. And if I ever meet Kevin Feige, I'm gonna be like, hey dude, where's my check? Because I pitched I actually did this on stream, I'm actually pretty sure. During one of my MCU, I think during WandaVision, actually, I think I pitched this, our review of it. I laid out some thoughts and some plot points for a Fantastic Four film set in the 60s with the 60s aesthetic, potentially using wormholes to go ahead and get the first family of Marvel into the MCU proper, the Earth, what was that, 616, I believe. I pitched that. And so I'm watching this trailer, I'm like, motherfucker, I should have I should have been like, I don't know, I could have done legally, but I should have been like, hey, Feige, what the yeah, like what the fuck, man? This is like, I literally said this shit like 5 years ago. Where the fuck's my check? Like, so watching this trailer, I won't lie, kind of surreal, but in the best way, because I was like, oh, they're actually doing what I.
Do we get a calendar or a timestamp in any of these frames, or is everyone like, oh, this got to be the 60s? Look at the hope in people's eyes, and she said the word family without everyone cringing like, ew.
God, you just made me so sad by talking about the hope in people's eyes in the 60s. Like that just
look, someone's looking at a rocket and they're like, oh, what a bright future we all live in, instead of like, who's being bombed now?
Jesus Christ. Sadly, you're not wrong. Yeah, there's not a Twitter logo on there. I'm like, oh my God. Like
it doesn't tilt back to Earth and
yeah. It's a rocket actually built by scientists and not men who didn't get enough hugs from their parents. That's like what a fucking concept.
What a concept.
God, can you tell how mad I am? Like, can you tell how much I'm just, and this is me checking it. I'm trying so hard to check it, but people, fuck. Anyways,
I do like the design of this rocket too. It's very the world of tomorrow looking. It's very fun.
Yeah, who doesn't like a big rocket? I mean, come on, you can make the joke yourself, people. I
not the supreme being. Hey,
got him. But Jesus, we're just off the reservation here. With that said, several things I want to point out about this, and I'm gonna pull the trailer up. I'm not gonna show it on here because YouTube has been goddamn ridiculous on flagging my shit for no reason.
Okay.
And I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with this shit. So I
can respect that.
But for those of you who have watched the trailer, I will include timestamps best of my abilities. So opening, opening of the trailer there. I love the actual representation of the team. You see, Fireplace there, Johnny, um, the rod that's holding everything together, that being Reed. But then you see that this is not our typical MCU Earth, because you look at the skyline there, the New York skyline, all that's different. You see top left there, you see the same tower or variation of the tower that Thor used to strike the lightning bolt in Avengers, in the OG Avengers. But then you notice there on the right there, that ball looking building there, very, very Century looking in terms of the aesthetic. And we know that Century will be making his debut in Thunderbolts. So found that very interesting. Now I'm going to get on your ass right here, because you're saying that you didn't like the 60s wardrobe for Vanessa Kirby, which...
Oh, no, I think everyone's wardrobe in this looks terrible.
All right, I will give you.
Look at Pedro being like, "Hey, look at us! I'm passing. I'm a white guy. Don't be scared, Trump voters. You can come watch this movie. Look how white I look."
Okay, so here's the thing. I think Vanessa Kirby, how do I put this? I think she might go down as one of the best castings Marvel's done. Like, I love the fact they got her for Sue Storm. Because look, let me just, like, I don't know how old I've been when that first Fantastic Four came out. I think I would have been like a teenager. It's like 13, 14. I had a huge thing for Jessica Alba.
Since the Tim Story one?
Yeah, ones, because he did.
Or the Roger Corman one. Did you ever see the Roger Corman one? Or
I never did, and I'll be real. I'm going to try to get my hands on it before the new one comes out, because I would like to actually see it. Because
it's better than well, I don't know. Since it's a relic and it didn't ever get a shot, I think more people have it like the Star Wars Christmas special. Of course it's awful, but it's still like,
but
hey man, he tried.
You feel the actual, like, you feel some actual passion, though, to be fair, like, in those, like, which is something that's missing, honestly, in some of these. So like I'll take misguided actual passion over someone who just doesn't give a shit. Like I'll take that all day, 10 times out of 10. But the thing about the Tim Story films is they've never, like, really, up until the Ultimates run, one of the issues, actually, that's not fair. That's a bit of a wide casting net, but I will say they consistently didn't focus on Sue as much as they should have. It really wasn't until that Ultimates run where they're like, okay, let's expand this power base a little bit. Let's give her more, singular shit away from the team. Like, Sue has become actually a very well-rounded character in Marvel, and all due respect to Jessica Alba, sup girl, hi. But she was a shit Sue Storm. she was absolutely goddamn awful. Terrible. Had no chemistry with Reed at all.
Was that Ian Groff, I think his name was? I have to look it up, but he was very much around in every movie for about 2 years and then vanished off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and then he had like a show too. He had like one of those shows. Yeah, he had one like kind of like House, but not as good. Like,
I think he was playing Reed too much. Like, I don't hate his Reed, and I don't really hate her Sue Storm. I think there were just too many jokes based on their power set and not enough characterization of them as human beings. I
agree with that.
She's like, oh my gosh, I'm hot, I'm Latino, but I'm white. And I'm naked on the bus. It's like, okay, I guess we're all 13 here. So,
I mean, a lot of that shit, but also the thing with Jessica Alba, and I feel like this is her default setting, and it's always bothered me. It's bothered me since Dark Angel. Even she reads her lines like she's reading like she's reading a children's book to a kid. She's waiting to be surprised. It's like, oh my god, the moon's saying goodnight.
She always both of those Fantastic Four movies aggressively ignored that anyone who could do math in their head would be like, hey, is Reed sleeping with one of his students? What's going on here?
Yeah, and I'll be real, that's the other thing. Like, even if you're not looking for it, the movie is very like whatever about it. Like, yeah, Reed
Yeah.
is probably fucking one of his students. It's like, oh, that's not fantastic at all. Like,
I mean, I guess that is the modern update for slapping your wife for burning the roast.
I mean,
The power dynamic is still there, and it's inappropriate and not okay.
right? And he can slap her from across the room. So see,
Aw.
I know. I'm sorry, but yeah, those movies at least have some of the spirit. I won't lie, y'all. I got conned by Fan Four Stick. I did. I got conned by that first trailer. That teaser trailer.
You have seen that movie then?
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. My wife, who knows I'm a Marvel nerd, was all like, "You don't watch this."
Oh, yeah, there is nothing there for you, man. Like it's like someone like strapped to Michael B. Jordan to a chair and like drained the charisma from him. Like it's really quite unfortunate.
Was he Johnny before or after Eric in Black Panther?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
which is why
wild.
yeah, right. Which is why people are like happy. They're like, oh, he'll get to be in a good comic book movie. Because
that's quite the glow up turnaround he did. Is Johnny Storm just destined to be like kind of like a meh character followed by an icon?
So here's the thing. Joseph Quinn, the actor they got who's playing Johnny this time, he was Eddie Munson in Stranger Things. That's his big claim to fame. I really liked him in Stranger Things. Now I will admit the bit I saw, because I still have not finished season 4 because that shit was 95-minute episodes for like every goddamn one. Like, come on, Netflix. All right, like I don't have that much time. Like, so I'll watch it at some point. I mean, I gotta watch it this year because I think the last season of Stranger Things is this year. So at some point I need to watch it. But I really like him. He's a very naturally charismatic dude, which is kind of the key thing you need to be Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
So I'm actually very excited to see what he brings to the character. Just off of that. In terms of Johnny's a little shit. Like he's a cocky little shit who loves race cars and loves fucking. Like that's who Johnny is. And I mean, it's the MCU, so I doubt we'll get the, you're not gonna see Johnny, fucking someone on the car. Like, being like you're not gonna get that.
Sure.
So just get,
I can respect that, especially if this is being marketed as a family film. I can, be like, okay. I can already hear Bradley going, oh, here we go. Here's John. Flame on, but apparently no fucking. Like I can already hear your complaints. I didn't see him in Stranger Things. I did see him in A Quiet Place Day One. Now my feelings on that are, wow, what a creep! What a weirdo creep he is in this. But then as the film plays out entirely, I realized, oh, I was not supposed to see him that way. So I'll have to watch the film again to
you definitely
to gauge his performance better.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. But
back to the trailer. I derailed you from completely. My apologies.
No, you're all good.
But yeah, she's in her boxy ass dress.
So she's in her boxy ass dress, which again, like white people can't pull off brown very often, and I think she actually pulls it off. If she wants a little more brown, but
they look like I will say they look like a married couple.
They do, and that is like my biggest takeaway.
They're interacting like a married couple. Like here, okay, and everyone playing along. This move right here, they're walking, they're talking to their guest. Bam, 11 seconds, the turn and small of your back touch. This is, we have company over, but I just want you to know I am thirsty for you. It is a long-lasting husband move, and I do that all the time. So 11 seconds, I am sold on this as a married couple.
So the thing that sold me was actually last year at Comic-Con where they were talking I think it was IGN was talking to Pedro Pascal about like how's it feel to be, leading this new franchise. And Pedro, because Pedro Pascal is, amazing, says that, I'm not leading this group. This is, we are, this is a family, this is a group dynamic. And you could tell that his social anxiety was kicking in. And you just see Vanessa Kirby just kind of hold his hand and kind of look up at him and kind of take over the answer. And I went, you can't teach chemistry like that. That's just chemistry. That's natural. And to see them for the little bit we get here in the trailer already displaying that, I'm like, oh yeah, like this already has like, it's amazing how Miles Teller and Kate Mara have like anti-chemistry in Fantastic. Like it's weirdly impressive how you put those two people together. And it's like they couldn't stand to be around each other. Pedro and Vanessa clearly like each other and clearly respect each other. So I'm already sold just off this alone. Pedro, I love the suit. It's a very Reed looking suit. It's
like make him like Tony Stark in this, or is that a joke that maybe I'm missing from comics that Reed is mistaken for Tony Stark or something? He's even got the mustache.
Well, so here's the thing. If I'm Pedro, I wouldn't want to shave that mustache either. Like, I think that mustache is fucking gold. And it also, do you want to remind people Wonder Woman 84, which is the last time he didn't have the mustache?
I did. I liked his character in it a little bit. I mean, his character was so absurd and ridiculous.
But you're supposed to take.
Oh, he didn't have any facial hair. You're saying
he did not see? Yeah,
I didn't remember that. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah. That's probably why. I'm sure they were like, "Fuck that! We're not reminding people of that fucking movie." So okay. So fair. Honestly, fair enough. Plus Reed has had like a beard in the comics before, so So I don't have any issue with that. I'm at the 8-second mark. By the way, couple things. One, the lighting there. That actually almost mirrors the lighting exactly to the TVA. Just pointing that out. And I'll get to my TVA big swing here in a few minutes. So there's that. And then I love the 60s look, man. Like I love the fact that the fucking cake is on a fucking like pedestal, like the platform that comes out.
It's called a Lazy Susan.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Lazy Susan.
But I love that. I love the fucking retro telephone there in the orange there in the back wall. I think that like the aesthetic of everything is just it's very aesthetically pleasing, I will say. But yeah, to your point, I love the way that that he does put his arm on the small of the back. Very much that's the move you do when you've been with someone for a while and you're just like this is my partner, this is my wife, my spouse, whatever, that's the move. So you're 1,000% right. That's a move I do whenever
there you go.
LA and I are out in public. It's either that or a handhold. So like,
I got a question about Pocket Square red lapel here, glasses man. Who is this? Is that their butler or is he a guest? Like, not that they need a butler, but
so that's going to be a guest. But I think what this is doing is showcasing how the Fantastic Four are basically the Avengers of this world, in the sense that they are very out and open about their powers and that they're superheroes. And so it feels like I could even see as being like a Time magazine type like featurette thing where it's like, inside the house of the Fantastic Four. Like, so here's my other big swing. Actually, this is big swing number one. There are several here, but this is the first one. I think this is going to be told as a documentary. I don't think this will be told as like a standard film. I think we're going to jump around a good amount. And I think it's going to be very much kind of like those Time magazine, like encyclopedia type things, like those documentaries that you would get like for, like they would do the infomercials for. I think it's going to be kind of told in that style. in terms of the film, because one of the things that Marvel's been hammering home is we're not telling this. This isn't a quote typical origin story unquote. I think they're going to kind of use that the documentary style type storytelling device to go ahead and give this a little more sizzle. So that's big swing number one. But yeah, that guy is like no one that I recognize, at least. Moving on to the 12-second mark there, and then I love the way the aspect ratio changes from like the very 60s aspect ratio, like the 4:6, to the more quote modern unquote aspect ratio.
TVs were boob tubes.
Yeah, I like the way that changes. So at the 15-second mark, I'm at the Fantastic Four Tower, the Baxter Building, of course, as it's known. If you notice there at the 15-second mark, there's that slit in the building. So that is going to probably be where the Fantastic Four vehicle is, or the Fantastic Car, as it's known. That's probably where they house that. I think that's a very nice touch, just aesthetically. Plus, I like the building being blue. I just like that. It's different. It makes it stand out from Avengers Tower and other places.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, I'm hyped. 16-second mark. Fucking Herbie. I love Herbie so much. He's such a fun comic character. Fun fact, Herbie was actually introduced in the 1970s Fantastic Four cartoon first, and then he was actually made canon because Marvel had leased out the rights to Johnny Storm, and so they needed another member of the Fantastic Four for it to be 4 members, and so they created Herbie. Herbie stands for humanoid, experimental robot, B-type, integrated electronics. That's what and Herbie is basically initially created by Reed to go ahead and track Galactus. Which will go ahead and obviously tie into the trailer later on. But he is very, very much the Lost in Space vibes. Danger Will Robinson Danger. I like a good robot, so I really like the fact that they're using him. The fact he's wearing an apron just makes me very happy. It just adds that more human element to him. And then at the 18-second mark here, we get our first look of Ebon Moss, Bachrach's Ben Grimm, the Thing, of course. I can't believe someone from the Bears in Marvel. Like I knew it was going to happen at some point. Like, I mean, it was bound to happen given, these fucking superhero movies. But
it's a big cast, yeah.
It's a big cast, but the way the Thing looks here. So I know you're going to talk shit on the costume. I love the costume. I love how 60s, like unapologetically 60s that shit is. Because
now, when did they all start wearing the full bodysuits? Was that during Morrison's time at Marvel,
that was before that. This is from the iterations, like issue 2. They're in comics.
Even the Thing.
The Thing. So people forget the Thing was in full costume. Like as of issue 2 of Fantastic Four.
Oh wow!
Issue 1, they're not in costume at all. I think they're all in civilian clothes. Like now, again, I'm going off memory here. It's been decades since I've read the original Fantastic Four.
Sure,
or a decade.
I think Namor shows up or something, right?
Namor's actually, Namor is a Fantastic Four villain. And actually, fun fact: Black Panther is introduced in Fantastic Four first as well. He whips the shit out of them, by the way.
Oh, so this was a Jack Kirby's baby with Stan Lee, or
exactly? That's exactly what I see. You get this. Yeah,
I mean this Thing profile looks very Jack Kirby, which I'm saying is a compliment, of course. I like Jack Kirby's artwork. The giant brow here, and the mouth looks like a mouth. He still has a nose.
And this is exactly why I'm already so excited for this version, because it looks straight out of it looks straight ripped from the Kirby run before he, of course, went to DC and created New Gods. But yeah, this is straight up Jack Kirby. Like the brow there, the eye, like the baby blues popping out. Even the sound effects when at the 25-second mark here, where the Thing starts clapping, like that sound effect. Like I love the fact that there's actual weight with rocks clashing together.
Like 2 bricks being hit together.
Because there should be. Yeah, because there should be. I love that, and I love the clear shout out to the bear, with him trying the sauce out, and just being like, okay, like I love that. That made me happy. I was just like, that's such a Ben Grimm thing to do. But then to immediately go like, hey, like I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just gonna add some more garlic to it just so I can, just to give some zest. I appreciate the fact he's actually treating Herbie like a human, as it were. I love that, and I also love how the eyes move separately from each other, like the tape reels. I think that's a very aesthetically, that's a very nice touch. Wish they could have done that with Ultron's mouth, but that's neither here nor there. Still bothers me, Marvel. Come on, use the radio wave next time. Anyways, pushing through. But yeah, I love the blue and the white contrast. It is very much 60s Fantastic Four. They're not going with their Ultimates look, nor should they. This is the look. If you're going to introduce the Fantastic Four, you start off with this shit. Moving on through the trailer. So 38-second mark. I love that Reed has an actual chalkboard. I think it's very classic nerd. Like the fact that it's just a wide ass, a wide ass,
wide ass double chalkboard.
Yeah, that comes out of the ground. I love that. I love that aesthetic. I love that look. At the 39-second mark, there, if you pause it, you'll notice that not only is he working on looks like quantum theory, you'll notice there in the background that they have blue spacesuits, which are different from the ones they actually went into space with, which were all white with the USA flag. So meaning they're going to end up going back into space again. Are they going back into space to potentially fight Galactus? We will see. But I find that very interesting that there's a detail there. Also, if you look at the left side there over his shoulder, you'll see that tunnel there. And it actually says enter up top, and then it says exit. And then underneath that, it actually says multi-dimensional. So, big swing number 2. We know that wormholes exist in the MCU. That's how season 1 of Loki actually, the finale actually starts, is with the wormhole from the view of the Watcher, as we know, to start off that finale. 2 swings. 1, he is developing... he's become aware of wormholes and is realizing that, oh shit, Galactus is coming. We need a contingency plan to potentially get off this Earth. Or, and this is this is where this becomes the other big swing. For those of you comic book nerds, who is a descendant of Reed Richards in the comics? That would be Kang the Conqueror. And if you go ahead and you remember from Loki season 2, Victor Timely, one of his variants, he was working on formulas that were very similar to what Reed has on that board there. So my theory is that Reed is actually ends up laying the technology, or the foundation for the technology that Kang ends up finding, which actually kicks off the multiversal war. That could be your way to go ahead and bring Kang back into the fold if you want to go ahead and do that. You heard that here first. Moving on, then we see the sizzle reel here of them going off into space. I love that shot at the 43-second mark. The way the spaceship actually looks. I love that.
It's cool.
I love the futuristic look of it. I am completely blanking on the dude's name. Sid Mead, that's it. Who his works have influenced a ton of stuff in that futuristic 60s kind of old school sort of vibe, including Blade Runner and Aliens. But I absolutely love the aesthetic of that ship. One thing I think that Pedro's gonna nail, because he nailed it in The Last of Us, is his guilt. He's very good at playing guilty and torturing himself, and Reed is like maybe the poster child for that.
Now,
because
I wanted to get into that. A lot of people, like me mostly, we just dipped in and out of Fantastic Four as Reed Richards would come up through major storyline events. So for someone like me who's only ever seen him pop up in World War Hulk or Civil War or the 70s and 80s comics that his dad had, Reed Richards being guilty and taking responsibility, that's foreign to me. He's usually like,
it's a thing.
Yeah, well,
It
people die. I'm a scientist, you know. He's a dumb monster usually a lot of the time.
He has definitely over the last 20 years like developed a lot more humanity. Really more since the 2000s, I would say. But I think they're going to hammer this point home that Reed never really forgives himself for this, because if you remember in the original comics, Ben Grimm is actually the one who tells him that he thinks that they could take on potentially too much cosmic energy based on the ship, and Reed doesn't take that into account in his equations, and so that's how they actually end up getting hit with the cosmic rays and developing their powers. And so I think that'll be a big point of contention as the film goes on, but I like that aesthetic at the 43-second mark where he's clearly talking to Sue about feeling guilty. Just the way he's even like looking at her, that looks like a more serious conversation, not as laissez-faire as it was earlier. Getting to the 44-second mark, I love seeing Sue actually phantom out of her powers, because there should be an element of horror to this. Like, yeah, it's obviously hopeful, as you were saying earlier, the 60s and, the space race and all that. But if your partner just started blipping in and out of existence, that would freak you the fuck out.
Sure.
So
that's a tough one because of how awesome it would be to be Sue Storm and have her powers. So it is important that they have some kind of negative connotation to it.
Exactly. So I really like that. Furthermore, I love the shot at the 47-second mark. That's a classic Ben Grimm look with the trench coat and the hat. Like, very classic The Thing look. Jack Kirby, for those of you who weren't aware, was Jewish, and he wrote himself basically as the Thing. So the Thing is actually, so the Thing is actually Jewish. You actually see him going through the ceremony and all that during the comic, during one of the comic runs. Like, so that's a huge thing, and I do hope they lean into that.
Now at this 40, 45, 46 second mark, 47, 48, what's our boy watching here on TV, and how is he feeling?
So,
that's old footage of him. I see. Exactly.
Yeah. Which I think people forget that used to be a thing. That's how people used to watch TV, because TVs used to be ungodly expensive. Not like now.
The special sale tag too is a nice touch for the sign of the time. Not just the way the TV looks, but hey, special sale, boys, come get your boob tube, impress your wife.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that shot at the 52-second mark as the footage turns off and he's seeing his reflection of the Thing. Like, that's such a great fucking shot. Like, whoever.
What I'm so impressed with this shot is he doesn't look, and no shade on Michael Chiklis. I thought he was fine as the Thing. No shade on whoever it was in Fan Four Stick. I'm sure he did his best. I didn't watch it. I've seen the meme. Say that again. Like, I've seen that meme, but I didn't watch the movie. This looks more like if you saw this Thing watching TV, you wouldn't think, oh, what a horrible putrid existence he must live.
No,
he looks like he's thinking about something, but he's not over dramatic about his position.
Yeah.
He's not like, oh, woe is me, if only I could kill myself. And I'm glad that they're not playing up so much the trauma of, at least he wants to exist. I'll just leave it at that.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, as we all, can relate to, we can all relate looking at our past selves and being like, wow, things were different. And it's not carried into a melodramatic, oh, woe is me place that they often carry the Thing in these movies.
Like, he's not going to be like standing on the the end of the Brooklyn Bridge like, oh god, I need to, like, he's not going to be doing that shit. But but he's clearly tortured by what he was, and which is a very fair like conversation recurring dialogue to be having with yourself. And one of the big characteristics with the thing is his sense for just wanting to belong. And so I do think we're going to get I think his arc will be very fascinating on that way, in that way. And the 52-second mark, or the 52-second mark, just seeing him actually close his eyes and like seeing the eyebrow art, like I'm like, I know the shit's not out till July, so obviously they will, clean up the effects and all that. But just what I'm seeing already, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, just that already looks so goddamn good. I love the shot at 54 seconds there of Johnny. Very much looks like Johnny Storm with the haircut included in the because like Chris Evans had like the shaved haircut. I like the fact we're getting this like that 60s like that 60s hair. Like I really like we're getting that with Joseph Quinn. I love the shot that he just jumps off the building and he doesn't say flame on, at least not here. Hopefully he does. But I love him just jumping off the building going, fuck it. Like,
where do you think he's in a hurry to? Because it looks like they were just all having drinks together.
So that is where I think Herbie ties back in. I think that because as I mentioned earlier, Herbie was created to basically know when Galactus is coming. I think Herbie might be on the horn like, oh shit, like he's like might be closer than we even are aware of. And so I think that's where he's going to go and fly out and see if how close a Galactus potentially is. Because at the 104 mark, great shot, by the way. You see Johnny literally exiting the atmosphere, like flying off Earth to go ahead. Now, I think that could be twofold. That could be him potentially seeking out Galactus, or that could be him in the early infancy of the film testing out his powers and seeing how far he can actually go, how far he can actually fly. I think both reasons would be very formidable. Here's the shot of the trailer for me, or one of the shots for the trailer for me, the 104 mark. I already love how we're showing off Sue's powers, because for the other films, they've just shown them off as like white light. It's just like, white orbs, whatever, shut up. Sue can bend fucking light. Sue can actually can manipulate light in a way that she can have a bomb go off in your brain if she wanted to. Sue is insanely powerful. Now, do I think she'll be at that power set at this point in the film? Probably not. It'll probably be anything where she gradually powers up like you do for RPG. But I love the way her powers are actually being shown here, because it's showing her bending light. It's actually showing the light waves, like the colors, like the different waves of color as she's bending the waves. We've never seen her power set portrayed like that in a live action film before. So I'm already really happy with how they're doing that. That's very unique, and it's actually making her it's hammering home the fact that those power sets are very intense. So I love that. Hey Brad, 106 mark. You got some sex. They kiss. Boom! Look at that.
Well, I think it's okay because they're married, and I've been staring at this for a long time. Like, why don't more Marvel characters kiss like this? And then, check out her hand holding his face. Bam! Yep. Wedding ring.
Wedding ring
is all okay. A little disappointed in how boring her wedding ring is, honestly, but maybe it's a piece of jewelry she actually owns and wears, and she's just keeping it on. So that'd be fine too.
Yeah. Plus, also, man, I'll be real. If I was out,
Reed Richards is like rich, right?
I mean, so that will be interesting to see how they kind of establish that, because like Reed does set up like the Future Foundation.
They're rich. They're a power couple.
Yeah,
that is
yeah. Like he sets up like the. So
yeah, no, I actually love this shot a lot, and hope that more Marvel films are not afraid to show two people who are in love can show intimacy towards each other, because this is like a deep kiss.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be real. I don't know which one of them is more lucky, because I mean, Vanessa Kirby. like Vanessa Kirby, fucking gorgeous, love her to death. Pedro Pascal is a very handsome man, and that with that mustache too, like, yeah, they're let's just say they're both lucky. They're both lucky. Love the shot there at the 109 mark of Johnny, kind of almost. Now, here's again, I think he's seeing Galactus here. Like, I really think he's seeing Galactus. Just that look on his face kind of has that oh fuck sort of look. Now, he could be saying oh fuck because he's about to take a very unpleasant fall. like I fully acknowledge
maybe
that.
His fire doesn't burn in space or something, and he just figured that out.
Yeah, so there's easily a world where it's that, but that just looks like a shock of genuine fear. So I really think it's Galactus. Or maybe it's Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer is in this. Like, we know that she's going to be in this. So
and that was that Julia Gardner playing?
It was very good. Proud of you. Yeah, playing the Shala Ball version of Silver Surfer. So he could be seeing her as well. Here's the shot. Here's another shot that I just love. So at the 11:11 mark, we see these meteors. So, couple things. Are they meteors? Yeah, most likely. The coloring of it's very reminiscent potentially of a Nexus event from Loki. So there is a world where maybe the timelines are being ripped. Maybe this is near the end of the movie where they need to go ahead and make their escape before Galactus completely devours the world, because I do think that's how the film ends. I think Galactus.
You think he's going to eat the world?
This version of Earth, yeah. I think.
Whoa!
That's a big swing. So that's my big swing, man. Or that's one of my big swings. I actually have a couple more here for you that I haven't even gotten to yet, but I think that's the big one. So my theory is that, similar to Tony Stark, because we know Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday and then Avengers Secret Wars. We know that's coming. I think that Doctor Doom is in this universe and we won't see him for most of the film, maybe even till mid-credit. I think his technology, very much like the Fantastic Fours, is advanced enough that it's further along than, most people's. But I think he will find a way to escape this timeline or this Earth and realize, oh shit, if Galactus can eat this Earth, he can literally go ahead and do this to any Earth. How do I go ahead and restore the balance? So that's another big swing for you. So again, heard that here first. Moving on. So again, I love the fact that at the 114 mark, I didn't know they had a young Hunter in here.
This is what I call the "Hey Bradley, you have to buy all this shit for your kids" shot.
Oh, dude, and it's gonna work too.
1, 2, 3, 4 different items of purchase are in this shot, and there's only 3 kids. How crazy is that?
Dad, I want a Fantastic Four mask. Damn you, Marvel!
Damn you!
And you're not wrong, because even look at how lazy that thing suit is. It's just like it's just like orange muscle suit, 4 in the middle.
It looks cozy. It looks cozy.
I mean, it does look cozy. But yeah, so I think right here, and again, I don't know if they'll go this dark. I kind of hope they do. This could be these people seeing Galactus and going, "Oh wow, we're fucked." Like, this could be their last kind of realization of, oh no, our world's about to end. I don't know if they're gonna. It's almost like Revenge of the Sith. They imply that Anakin kills all those fucking kids, but you don't see it.
Yeah,
maybe
you don't see that.
Maybe they don't show it, but there's a world they actually do. So right here at the 116, that's a Fan Force stick. That's a Fan Force stick car. The shit does fly.
Now, is this a Chevelle Super Sport remodeled or what? What is this?
Yeah, it's their version of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I love it. I actually really love how it. Now it's probably CG.
I mean,
but it looks like real steel, and I don't know. I just every time I see a real steel car in a movie, I'm like, all right, yeah, we're cooking, cool.
So So the wheels, for those of you nerds, like the wheels do flip in basically, and that's what allows the elevate
Oh,
to
right, fly
feed.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, to feed Canada's sick where's there an Iron Man Easter egg.
Oh no, it's
Itch.
the
Um,
Ridley one.
that does look like the Stark car from the original Stark Expo in Captain America: The First Avenger. I am just
Oh
saying.
wow.
It does look like that
that's a
car.
fun deep cut, but
Yeah, so it does look like that car. So you could say, because it is Marvel canon, that outside of like Shuri, and they kind of go back and forth on that on who's the smartest. Like Reed Richards is the smartest man in the MCUs or in Marvel comics, period. So there is easily a world where he sees the Stark Expo. Maybe he even went as a kid to the Stark Expo and saw that and went, "Oh, I could do that," but make sure that it actually flies. It's capable of flying at any time. There's easily a world where that happens. So little point out there. Then we get some shots of Johnny flying. I love the shot at the 119 mark. You see that the thing is wearing the full costume, white boots included. Love that shit. So retro. Let's go. Got the Fantastic Four logo there on the thigh. The sound effect that he makes when he's running too, like there's actual weight to the thing hitting the ground, which there should be. So I really appreciate that. Like the sound editing, I'm already just like I like that. I like that a lot. Now here's an interesting one. 120 mark. That is John Malkovich making his MCU debut. That is so goddamn funny. John Malkovich is in the shit. So my theory is that he's playing Red Ghost, who is a Fantastic Four villain from very early on. Red Ghost ends up going back into space himself and takes like 3 monkeys with him, and basically ends up telepathically linking with them and trying to take down the Fantastic Four. So he could be a very fun like secondary villain to go ahead and kind of fight the Fantastic Four as they're starting to go ahead and establish their powers. I think that's why he's there. And then that shot, the 121 mark, you see that shadow of Galactus there. And again, I love the way this New York looks. You can see there at the top right there with the water there. That looks like that's the launch site there for the Fantastic Four's rocket. Just the way that's shaped. You see this like a Space Needle looking thing there, bottom left. Like this is not typical New York. This is very much a futuristic New York. And when you think about how in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, how they talked about how Reed on Earth, what Earth were they on? I think that's 818. Where they're talking about how Reed had created all these things to make these worlds better, including all these plants and like the pizza balls and all that. It wouldn't be surprising if Reed had a huge hand in the infrastructure of this version of New York as well. And then the 122 shot, that's the money shot right there. Galactus, actual Galactus, fuck your cloud, actual fucking Galactus. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you people, and I mean this. Actually, I don't even mean this with respect because y'all just need to learn. The amount of fucking morons that I was reading going, why is Galactus so small? Oh, here we go. Marvel's already fucked it up. One of Galactus's main powers is size alteration. You fucking moron. So he can make himself as small as he wants or as big as he wants. That's why he's shrinking down. And if you watch that leaked Comic-Con trailer, you would have seen that shot of Galactus peeking in through the Baxter building and actually trying to see if the Fantastic Four are there. So yeah, he can make himself big, he can make himself small. You're morons. Google. It's your friend. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm so sick. Like, it's such a dumb complaint to have. Like, people, 10 seconds, you would have gone, oh, okay, that's why. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, take the 10 seconds. Anyways, I love the fact that this is comic accurate Galactus. I love it. Like down from the fucking helmet. He looks like he's gone through some shit. It's purple. Yes to all of this. I am so fucking happy. He's gonna be voiced by Ralph Ineson, who you know from The Green Knight and The Witch. And he was Dr. Sievers in Nosferatu. Which, if you have not seen Nosferatu, please watch Nosferatu. It's fucking great. But I love that shot of Galactus. Like, I'm so goddamn happy that we're getting comic accurate Galactus. And then the last shot, before I take a couple more big swings here, the 126 mark, it looks very much like the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. I just love that shot. Like, it's just with the arrows pointing to him and everything. Like, I think this is their coming out party. But the costumes, so 60s, so retro, so unapologetically 60s. I love it. I love the shot so much, and I'm so excited just off of this shot. All right, a couple other things. Let me throw out a couple more. Let me throw out a couple more big swings. Let's see what do I got. I already pointed that out. Point out the fantastic car. So Galactus, I think he's coming to Earth because of the movie title, the Fantastic Four: First Steps. First steps into MCU. Yes, first steps go into space. But for those of you who've read it, the Franklin Richards, their kid, ends up being a huge component to defeating Galactus and the multiversal war. And actually, fun fact, later on in the comics, becomes Galactus himself. So does the movie end with Sue pregnant? Potentially. Does she have Franklin during the movie? Potentially. But I think that's why Galactus is there. I think because Galactus, Franklin Richards is one of the few beings that Galactus is actually afraid of. So I think that is why Galactus comes to Earth, is that in the way that Herbie senses Galactus, Galactus senses that Sue might be pregnant. He might even know it before Reed does, which I think would actually be a very interesting dynamic that you could play with. And so I think that's going to be the main reason why Galactus goes ahead and ends up on Earth. Also, with Galactus eating their world, that could be considered an incursion event, which will go ahead and tie back to Loki. So, there's a lot here. There's a shocking amount here to actually break down. And then the last thing I will say, my other big swing, I was talking about earlier at the chalkboard about how he could be discovering like a wormhole there. The other thing he could be doing is he could be creating the bridge. Now, the bridge in the comics is something that Reed goes ahead and creates to go ahead and perfect multiversal travel. But through that, actually ends up meeting the Council of Reeds, meeting all these other Reeds from different timelines and multiverses who have done the exact same fucking thing, trying to figure out how to go ahead and make the world better. And of course, that goes wrong because, of course it does. But the Council of Reeds could be introduced in Doomsday or in Secret Wars would be a very no-duh sort of thing to do. We already have seen one Reed Richards in John Krasinski's. Not for long, but we saw him. But that's an excuse to potentially have multiple versions of Reed, very similar to the Council of Kangs that they were teasing at the end of Quantumania. So yeah, y'all, those are some of my big swings. That's the breakdown. This is out in July, same month as Superman. It's out a couple weeks after Superman. I think Superman's July 3rd, I want to say.
It's enough time after Superman that it will no doubt make more money than Superman's fourth week, and they will celebrate that as if a triumphant return to actual superhero films, like Marvel marketing will do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like,
that's just how the game is played.
Yeah, I really do hope that Superman and this both cross the bill. Like, I hope both films are successful commercially and financially, but it would not be above Marvel to move this shit up to July 4th just to be assholes. Like,
I mean,
would
some of the
not.
films are. I think we had $2 billion earners in the summer, right? Inside
Yeah.
Out 2 and Deadpool Wolverine.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not unheard of, at least
Yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah, but you know, both Disney, which
Oh,
it would
that's
be.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it'd be nice to have other people eating at the table. So DC, I'm pulling for y'all. I want Superman to make $1 billion. But Marvel would be that petty though. Like, Gunn, you're running DC now. Like, we'll show. Like, they would pull that shit. Like, let's be clear. Like, it would not surprise me. Like, Feige's like, oh no, man, we're so happy for James.
Anybody who's worked with Gunn personally from Marvel, I've noticed, is very happy for him, and it's only said positive things though.
Yeah, but also, you know, Kevin Feige, I could just see him doing that shit, man. I put nothing past Disney at this point.
Like, the biggest Snyder bot is actually Kevin Feige with a burner account.
Oh God, don't do that, please. Don't, my brain can't handle that right now. Jesus.
I mean, that's all hearsay, and you know what? You didn't even hear that from me. I don't know, but I think that would be funny.
Last thing I will say, as far as one more big swing, I think we get an introduction of Nova here. I think we get the teases of actually getting Nova proper.
You've been trying to push Nova for like
and I will
10, 15 years now.
Probably, but dude,
what is it about Nova that you like so much?
Because Nova
want to be in.
Nova has a great friendship with not just Miles Morales but also Kamala Khan.
Oh, okay.
And that was just in their dynamic is just fun. Plus, let's be real. Like, they do need to have like some younger heroes. So like Nova being like, you know, 18, 19 would just be fun with Kamala and all that. So I selfishly admit that it's, you know, I am pushing it a bit, but I could see that being a thing.
Yeah, like a really good missing puzzle piece for their Young Avengers setup that maybe they're still doing. I have no idea.
Who, as you say, are getting older by the day. And you're not wrong. Like
it's crazy to think that if Peter Parker led the Youngest Avengers, he actually would technically be the Youngest Avenger based on chronology.
Yeah, because Holland's what, 20? How old is Holland?
He's not yet 30. He's not yet 30. It's crazy.
Actually, how old is Tom Holland? I'm actually like wondering now. 28. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
And then
Haley Steinfeld's going to be 30 soon. Like so is
she really?
The actress playing Yelena. What's her name again?
Steinfeld's 28. Florence Pugh is...
Yeah, Florence Pugh just tried out a mom role to mixed results. I don't know if you watched that.
Oh, Pugh's 29. Okay.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Well, she's also a Thunderbolt, though.
True.
Right?
I mean, they're young. I guess the more apropos title would be Younger Avengers. That's a Young Avengers.
Yeah. Well, are they all older than when? Other than Robert Downey Jr., I think they're all older than the original. Oh no, Mark Ruffalo's pretty old.
I would say Ruffalo.
Well. Okay.
I would say Ruffalo. Yeah,
that's true.
Johansson was probably.
Yeah.
Well, Johansson was like 31, probably. So yeah, like he's
technically Chris Hemsworth was like 2000.
Yeah,
3,000
exactly.
years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, I mean,
it works. It still works as Young Avengers.
I mean, you have to hopscotch a little bit around for the logic, but it's there.
Yeah, maybe they won't use the word young. Maybe they'll just. Does new Avengers sound goofy though?
I mean, I'll be real. I'd rather than just do West Coast Avengers at this point and just call it good, honestly, and just have like the younger roster.
For the big event team, they should just have Sam and whoever's leading the West Coast Avengers hook up for some big ass mission, and that could be fun.
Yeah, or just do New Avengers. You know, just do New Avengers at this point. But yeah, y'all. This is coming out July 25th. I will definitely be doing a review of it when that happens. But there's the cat. Hi, Gatson. So yeah, y'all, in terms of what we've got coming up, You're gonna see Canada a couple more times this week because we're gonna talk Falcon the Winter Soldier on Friday. We're talking Falcon the Winter Soldier, reviewing that before Captain America: Brave New World. Fuck all of you who are being dumb about what Anthony Mackie said. He's 1,000% right. I can't wait to see that. I think I might have to wait until the 17th to see it, so I might have to go internet dark to avoid spoilers. But and then I will be doing my and then I will be doing my best of 2024 on Saturday with Canada. I won't be yelling and losing my voice like I did on the on the worst of, because that took a week for my voice to come back, and I'm not doing that shit again. So yeah, we got 2 streams coming for you in the next couple days, and then I don't think I'm gonna do Super Bowl stream. It feels like there aren't gonna be any commercials. It feels like everyone's kind of just like, we're not paying you $8 million for 30 seconds. So
I think maybe the internet, YouTube, all of it kind of killed commercials.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, dude, I subscribe to ad-free shit for a reason. I don't want to be advertised to. It's like, you can save that shit. I know what I want.
There's already going to be complaints Monday to it's on Amazon, right? Of people like angry that they had to watch commercials on their streamer.
It's on Fox. It's on Fox this year.
Oh, it's on Fox?
It's on Fox, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll get some commercials whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
So yeah. But yeah, y'all, that is it for the trailer breakdown. I'm gonna go smoke a bowl and actually relax a little bit. Canada, can you please tell the people where they can find you before we get out of here?
Yeah, you can find me on oneofus.net, and my letterbox is at Bradley of Martin, no Ian Bradley. And I do very simple, quick reviews on there, and you don't even have to really read them. The star ratings there for a reason. And it's just fun to engage with other people who enjoy movies, and I'll never be aggressive about any opinions. Usually, I'll be like, "Oh, interesting take."
I do love your letterbox reviews. Just I always get a very hard laugh out of most of them. So. But yeah, y'all, you can find yours truly. You can find the show on YouTube at The Real Pineapple. Follow me on a Letterboxd at Black Shazam. Also on IG and TikTok at J Hunter Real Pineapple. I'm getting back on TikTok because, I mean, for now, who the fuck knows? It might just shut down tomorrow. Who fucking knows? But you can find me on there. You can find me on Blue Sky at realpineapple.bsky.social. I'm way more active on Blue Sky than I ever thought I would be, but I'm having a blast on there. And then you can find the show, like both our pages, on Facebook at The Real Pineapple and Real Pineapple Games. And then listen to the show pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts: SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, hello, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, yada yada yada. All right, y'all, thank you so much. We will talk to you on Friday for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Canada, thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll talk to you on Friday. Cheers.